Hello, 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 everyone. Nice talking to y'all. Hey, TikTok. Hey, how y'all doing? Come on in here. Come on in here. Let me stop. Come in here, please. We got to talk. We got to talk. No, I'm not sponsoring Jordan. I just bought the shirt from the sports store, so I'm putting it on. It matches my what I got on, so I'm wearing it. Okay, I'm not sponsoring. I'm not advertising. Jordan is just that I bought the shirt to wear with the pants, and I got it on. So that's all it is. Even though I do like his low comfort sneak, low top comfort sneakers for women. But I got like 5 pairs of them. One of them I'm wearing to work, the black patent leather and cloth at the top. So yes. So today, like I did say, I know I ain't come on. The last time I came on was Thursday, but I've been off since Wednesday. They took me off the schedule Friday, and then I was off the weekend. So, but I was supposed to come on and chat with y'all yesterday and Saturday, but that didn't happen. I spent some me time. So, I'm gonna be talking about some things. I might do a reading in another hour. I don't know. We'll see. But I just wanted to talk. Cause like I did say, I'm gonna be coming on frequently, more than more than ever now, on on live and just talking about random things. Every now and then I'll throw some readings, psychic readings in. But I just wanted to talk about something that I'm finding strange. I was listening earlier to a realtor up north and a realtor down here, and they're saying that Florida is not really seeing elderly people move out here because of all these tornadoes and hurricanes we had these past few months that really left places underwater, and that the insurance companies are moving out. They're not really being as helpful with giving the customers the money to refix their homes. So, from what I'm hearing here in Florida, that the house market is not looking good. Sarasota has, as probably as of today, like 42 to 4,300 houses on the market, which some has come off just because they couldn't sell. Um, Now I notice even with work here, because I'm in the healthcare, my job has been de-staffing for 5 months now. Okay, even if we do have 50 something patients for the whole hall, they be like sending people home at about 7 o'clock. So my shift starts at 2:45, and then you're leaving at 7. And if you have PTO, you could use it to pay for the rest. So what I'm thinking, and I noticed it earlier in the summer, because I was like, something isn't right. Because this year they've been de-staffing the healthcare workers. They weren't doing that last year, not as much as they are this. I mean, they didn't do it as much as in 2023, but 2024 they Like, damn, like I think September was the only break we had, and I'm not sending us home after 4 hours of coming to work. And some people like they're not gonna keep going home at 7 o'clock, 9 o'clock, because some of them exhausted their PTO time. Me, I go to work more than I call off, so I a lot of PTO time. And I've been volunteering more to go home than my other coworkers on my 3 to 11 shift. So I've been using like 3 point something hours of my PTO to pay for the rest of the hours that I was sent home because they let us do that. Now, um, I don't know if some of y'all know about where you could get paid daily from your job or you could wait every 2 weeks for a check. Well, my job, they have this thing called daily pay by on shift. Um, I'm not going to get into too much about the company, but what it is they we get our schedules on the app. It's an app. We get our schedules. We get to see how many reward points we have, and we get to take out some of our pay through the app into other accounts, or they give you a card you can do account with them, so it helps. But since Thursday it's been some discrepancies with this app, like where a few of my coworkers haven't been able to get a couple of dollars from the daily pay portion of the app, or saying that they're having login problems, this and that and that. Now, when I did my homework on the company, I noticed that they were out of San Francisco, and now I'm hearing that California has been having fires. I heard something Friday about San Francisco. I don't know if they're having starting to have fires. So, and then yesterday I found out that I guess the company that actually makes the soft in Cleveland, Ohio. So I talked to my scheduler at the job, and she was saying, "Oh, they're having a little bit of problem with the on shift." So I'm thinking they're gonna wind up cutting this company off if we can't get in to get our daily pay. Pay ourselves instead of waiting till 2 weeks. Then they're gonna have a little problem because sometimes too we can't even get into the app to check our schedule. It's a good thing that the scheduler prints out and put it in a binder to who's going to be working which days. So that helps. But yeah, I'm just putting this out here to let you guys know that Florida is the real estate isn't looking good. And not only that, certain places, certain cities here in Florida has gone down on rent. You see what I'm saying? So probably in a few months we'll be getting people here renting. But I think what's scaring people, and why we're not having a high flow of elderly people coming here as of last year, we really haven't had elderlies coming here, like the snowbirds. Yeah, last year we didn't get much of snowbirds here in Florida. And Florida, that's how Florida makes their money, off the snowbirds coming here for a few months. Well, I last year I didn't see that too much. Even some part of 2023, the elderly stopped coming down here and buying down here, and coming here seasonal from like 2023. Last year was the worst. 2024 was the worst. And especially since we had tornadoes touch down 2, 3 months ago with the flooding, I think that's scaring people to like come to Florida, especially the elderlies, and us seeing buyers. Okay. There's a lot of condos too that's being empty. One of the realtors was saying that this these people built some condos in some part of Florida, and they wind up never renting them out because they were too high, or either the HOA was a little bit more than what these people could handle. And so the condo's been sitting there, they rotting in, and when they went in to check on them, they had like 4 layers of mold. They wind up having to knock down the condo complex and not even rent them or sell them. So that investor took a big loss. Um, yeah. Um, I'm in a condo, and it's been slow selling here. It's been slow. A lot of them are empty, even though they have furniture. They're still empty. The snowbirds that own them, that ain't really been here since 2023. It's like, yeah, Florida is going down here, and what is happening is that everybody who was like living in Miami, Lauderdale, they're being forced to come more further north of Florida. And when they do that, that jacks up the rent because so many of them are coming more north of Florida. And and it's really nothing much here too. The farther north you go, there's really not much. You got Orlando, that's the only big city north of Florida. But I don't know. It's just in my area, we've been getting a lot of people moving in here from like Miami, Lauderdale, be, because the rent isn't as bad up in this area, or the housing prices. So they usually come here and then they work their way up further north, or go into towns that's not so developed because the rent is much cheaper. Um, so that's what's going on here in Florida. They said Sarasota is their housing market sucks. Um, they have, and that's not even the upgraded numbers for this week. That was for like last week, week before last, when they had like 4,100 homes on the market, and none of them are budging because some of them are in flood areas. Um, that Fort Myers and Cape Canaveral is going downhill too. They're seeing cheaper rent now. Yeah, Florida is not what it used to be as far as snowbirds coming here. And then too, like I was telling people, and that kind of hurts the healthcare system here because, like I just told you, my job been de-staffing people for 5 months now. I don't know if they even did it last week. Well, they did because I was supposed to go to work Friday and they took me off the schedule completely. I'm gonna see if I could use my PTO to get paid for that. It's a good thing I still have a lot of PTO. I go, like I said, I go to work more than I call off, so I've been having to use my PTO just to complement the rest of the hours that they cut me from. Um, and two, we're getting a lot of patients that are not. They're like not really godly, and they like just keep you like they can't stay in bed, and it's like our ratio of patients has gone down since summertime. We've been getting DSAF since summertime. So just to give you an idea, when snowbirds don't come down here, it hurts us in the healthcare down here in Florida. You're just vulnerable to take anything that you can, and it's just to keep your staff not from leaving. But there's a few of us talking about leaving, one or two of us, because I want a new car. My friend coworker wants a new car. She's more in need of one than I, but she's saying like, how can I get a new car if they're gonna keep de-staffing people? And they used to let us go at 9 o'clock at p.m. Now they're cutting it short to 7 p.m. So you're going to work from 2:45 to 7, and then the patients are left in bed until the next shift come, which is 11 to 7, which they get there at 10:45. So I mean, I change who I know need change or will be, and sometimes you can't even do that because your own people be acting up and needing you, and so it's like the healthcare system here in Florida is well, in my town is my facility don't seem to be doing good, but I'm hearing that others are, keeping their ratio up and having overtime. They ain't sending, they're not sending people home. So I don't know, because like I could barely get any overtime this the 2024. I haven't got any overtime except for the beginning of summer or sometime in the summer. I was able to pick up 2 shifts on my day off. Other than that, it's really so I could see where there's things declining here in Florida. Um, and one of the nurses was saying that they're going to be trying. Also, I've heard this last week where the healthcare they're going to start having people use the telemed more than just going into the hospitals when they're sick and this and that, because sometimes it don't be that major for them to be coming to the emergency room. So they're going to be pushing them to use the telemed where you go on FaceTime and you talk to the doctor. They're going to be pushing that more. At my job, the nurses don't like using it because they says it's not what it crazy to be. And sometimes the patient has to be sitting at the table with you to talk to the doctor. So they're trying to push that more. So I'm looking at healthcare will probably be changing in my town and certain towns because, you know, yeah. It's sad because they're very consistent with giving us pay raise. The pay raise there is better than any place I worked, but the work isn't plentiful. Because if we don't have elderly people moving down here, that's what keep us busy. So, I'm either going to be forced to find somewhere else to work. That way I can get overtime and make sure I'm working hours, or I'm just going to wind up just keep it staying there, but going on social media very hard, just pushing a lot of videos throughout the day, even before I go to bed. Even before I go to bed, you know what I'm saying? Like go real hard like I was in the beginning, just so I know that I have guaranteed money coming in, you know what I'm saying? Or however it's gonna work. Thank you for coming on Twitch. So yeah, that's just giving you a update of what's going on here in Port St. Lucie, Florida, where I live. I was more busy when I was living in Orlando, but I've been back here from the Orlando area in 2008. And I don't really like Port St. Louis. I know a lot of people knows about it because we have the PGA golf tournaments here and everything. But it's not. Don't come here if you have family. It's not really family oriented like that. Like have things families to do. It's not like that. And I think they're just trying to keep it where it's more residential and elderly's town versus a family town. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, if you're going to move here to Florida, don't come here with your family. Do more like on the outskirts of Orlando, Palm Beach, stuff like that. You're around the bigger cities, there's more activities and things to do. Coming into the suburbs, we're still like 7 years past 7 years lost in reality. You know what I'm saying? Or 5 years lost in reality. Yeah. Florida needs a good person to come in here and bring businesses. Because, like in my town, from what I used to hear from some of the residents who lived on the beach or got money, but they take Uber, from what they were saying to me is that the man or the person in this town, they get a lot of business deals and he will dismiss them. So he's giving me the feel like he's trying to keep this like a town for more for elderlies and some families, but he's having builders come in here and build so much, but you're building more houses than bringing in businesses for people to have jobs to pay for these houses, which is causing them to work in other counties or drive into the city. So, for those who think of St. Lucie or wonder how it is here, the crime rate is very low. And I think that's what he's trying to do, why he don't make this more family oriented town. He kinds of just keep it for more like the elders and residential people who's like single or single parent type thing. But there's really nothing here in Port St. Lucie, Florida for children. We used to have a roller skate ring back in the 90s, late 90s, mid 90s. We had our own mall in this county, but they kept breaking in to it at nights. So that wind up now being a school board building. And this was all back in the late 90s. So it's really nothing much here. Not much jobs. Even though I'm in healthcare, they're picky. Everybody got their favorites. You know what I'm saying? So I've been wanting to go to Georgia for so many years. Possibly go back north because I'm a northerner. I'm not from Florida originally, even though I've been here since 1990. I'm not really crazy about Florida. It's because my immediate family is here, like my mom, her sister, my grandma, and stuff like that. But I don't care. I'd rather go somewhere because I'm young still. You know what I'm saying? Even though I'm 49, I don't look it, I don't feel it. I still feel young. So I need to be doing things, keeping myself active, and it's just not here. The only active thing you have is to work. And like, you just don't want to be getting up working. Sometimes you want to have a little fun, you know what I'm saying? But you have to go like Palm Beach, Lauderdale just to do that, or Orlando. So it's like, being that this town is growing, you would think this man or whoever it is that's orchestrating this town, planning the town, the city planner, you would think he would stop denying so much business and actually approve some of them so we can have things here in our own town and don't have to go to different counties supporting them, but keep the money in our town. So we need more young blood up in this town, running this place. People who have money that is willing to put a business here or put a little something here for us to enjoy within our own county. You know what I'm saying? We desperately need that. It's time for the older folks to sit down that's running this county. It's time for them to sit down. We need some young blood up in here that, has a good eye for business, have a good eye for, just a good business mentality and knows how to plan things. That's what we really need here. But you know, it is what it is. And you these Floridians, these that was born here and raised here, y'all need to be much nicer to people from up north. They don't really like people from up north much. Because one moment. They really don't like people from up north, much especially from New York, because they say, "Oh, we got an attitude. We talk proper. We think we all of this and that." Because we have wisdom and knowledge, and then we coming from a big city. See, up north is a lot of big cities, and you constantly got to be on guard, watching your back. This, that, that. So when you got to defend yourself. Here, they don't like that because this is the South. You had your little things here in the South to where Massa wants you to be quiet because you don't have this kind of knowledge and sense to step to him. They don't understand. Some of them that still got that mentality. They don't understand. A lot of people moving down here from up north and they don't play that kind of radio. See, we cut from a different cloth than they are down here, and they just don't understand because a lot of them don't leave here from the South. They born raised here. This is all they know, and so they're not that welcoming to some people from up north here. They just get intimidated by you having knowledge and wisdom. You know what I'm saying? You know how to do things or know things that they don't because they've been, you know what I'm saying? But neither here or there. I still like my southern people. Some of them, some are cool. Some just, need to learn to be themselves. But you know, no love lost. I grew to like some of them, and it is what it is. But yeah. So I just wanted to give y'all some heads up on like what's really going on here in Florida. I haven't seen no houses being sold here in my county, but there's not a lot on the market either. 'Cause like I said, people usually leave from further south, Miami, Lauderdale, Palm Beach area, to come up in my area, which jacks up the rent because so many of them come up here and then after they stay about 2, 3 years and then they go further north of Florida, possibly on the outskirts of the bigger cities where the rent is a lot cheaper. But like I said, there's really nothing there in the towns, very, very dead, nothing going on. But people seem to find cheaper rent, mortgage in those areas because it's not developed. So, yeah, I from my experiences, I think the further north you go of Florida, the cheaper things are. Gas, rent, car insurance. The cost of living is cheaper. It's cheaper. There ain't nothing going on there. Nothing going on in them towns, I tell you, but shoot, that's okay if you want to pay that cheap rent. And when I say cheap rent, you could possibly get like something decent apartment for like 1 bedroom, like 8, 700. You see what I'm saying? It's decent because, like I said, nothing going on in them towns. No kind of activity, just eatery. That's it. A lot of these towns in Florida got more things to eat than like skating rings and their own mall or just things going on. And if you got some friends, you could go chill at their house, drink, eat, and go right on back home. That's basically all these people do down here in Florida. There ain't really nothing. Florida ain't all like that. That's why I don't know what the hype about Miami is, because I go there and it's like, okay, this is like another part of Orlando, no big deal. But see, I've been here since 1990, and I don't even go to Miami. I've been here since 1990, and I've been to Miami once. like, like, like once. And because a Haitian girl I met online, she invited me to come down near the Kindle, and she took me to certain places in Miami, and that was like back in 2010, and I ain't never been back. My thing is more like Lauderdale and Palm Beach because they're more closer to me. And I don't like that traffic in Miami on US 1. Like, like, nah. That's like being in Brooklyn, New York, waiting in traffic all day. Uh-uh. Yeah, I mostly, my days of driving and getting out of Port St. Lucie, I was hitting a lot of down Palm Beach when Palm Beach was banging back then. Now it's dead too. So I find Orlando to be more busier than Lauderdale, Miami, and Palm Beach. They more busy. It's much busy there. And I know Orlando like the back of my hand. So, but other than that, Florida's okay. Just know if you come here with family, this place is not family oriented. When I say family, like couples who got children, and it's not. Or you got teenagers, it's not. You better off going to Georgia or something. Don't come here to Florida because they don't have nothing for families. Yeah, the only thing is when your children get older, they just gonna be in and out of jail because they ain't crap here, and that's what wound up happening to my brother when we first moved here. They was being a little slick though because they know my mom had money. They knew my mom had money because she had nice homes up there in New Jersey when we was living in New Jersey and stuff. She did well for herself, and I really think that these people look into your public records to see what kind of money, what your income is like, if you own anything when you move here to Florida, especially in Port St. Lucie. That's why they knew to keep harassing my brother and just putting him in jail for just stupid petty shit because they make money off of that. You see what I'm saying? Them prisons, them jails make money off of that. And they knew my mom came down here with a lot of money because she had a lot of nice houses and nice areas in New Jersey. So they used that. You see what I'm saying? They just always picked on him, always saying, putting him in jail for. They just was petty. They petty like that down here. And they do a lot of Northerners like that because it was a few New Yorkers that I went to school with, and I noticed they just kept sending them to jail for stupidness, just because their parents come down here from New York City selling their homes and stuff and coming here with money, and they check all that. That's how they know when to put your child in jail, when to pull them over, and you know what I'm saying. They just crooked like that here. But I don't know about now. But I'm talking about in the early '90s. As I got older and I caught on what's really going on in this county, that's how they get down. They make money here in Florida. They make money off the Northerners, whether they got to set you up, scandal you, whatever. They got to make money to keep their jails running and to try to quote unquote be up to date with everybody else. But Florida's 5 to 7 years behind when it comes to stuff. And I say that because, like, when I was up north, up north, we like to wear Macy's, Bloomingdale's. We department store wearing people, right? And we like to look our best when we come out the door. Whereas down here, shopping at Walmart, Kmart is like was dressing nice to them, right? And then it was just like a big culture shock for me where kids used to come to elementary school with rollers and house coats and pillows. Like that stuff you leave at home. So it was a big culture shock for me when I moved here because, like I said, up north, we're more into department clothes stores, Jordans, having a nice hairdo. Going to school is like a fashion show. Down here, it's like however I come is how I come. You know what I'm saying? Basically, how you do it at church, how you present yourself, how you come to church is how you come. Well, same way going to school. I don't know if that's what they still do now, but when I was in the '90s and just moved here, that's what I seen. So it's a co- it's it's a big difference coming from up north, coming all the way down here to Florida. Um, you know, things could possibly change. I don't know. I don't hang around the same people, and a lot of them went back up north. So I don't know. I don't go to the schools to see, like, But I'm just sharing some of my experiences and what I've learned about Florida since being here from the 1990s, and growing up here. I'm just sharing like the differences with you guys that I see from then till now. But I grow to like Florida, but I'm at this age where really about my money bag and really set myself up to where I could be comfortable and retire at an early age. Like I wanted to be retired at 45, which has not happened because you see I'm 49, and I just actually got up and started working a year and a half ago, even though I was working for myself. You see what I'm saying? So which I'm really trying to get back to doing. Working for myself is a must this year because I'm not really feeling this corporation jobs. How they just hiring people and then you sending people home, and they be having to use their PTO time just to make up the last few hours. So it's like I don't know. I think my job probably gonna be shutting down because I'm really seeing the numbers and patient care going down. It's not that heavy populated in that nursing home I'm at, and two, I'm not. I left the nursing home jobs long time ago. The only reason why I picked up this one is because they hired me, and I didn't feel like sitting down any longer waiting to get hired from what I really wanted. So I just took what I could. But this year I'm about to be flipping script because I miss working for myself. You cut out all that other stuff and you have more of your money to yourself and you can see what you're doing with it versus punching the clock. You know, I'm realizing punching the clock job, it take you longer to get certain stuff versus you working for yourself. You cut out the first man, the back man, and it's just you. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Um, So I'm just sharing my thoughts. I know y'all was expecting to come on and get a reading. Who knows? I guess I can come back and do that. Okay, because I gotta charge up my phone, so I'll be able to show TikTok what's what on the table. Okay. Peace. This is well. I had 20 likes and 197 viewers on TikTok. Oh, I'm gonna do a TikTok video too. Thank you, Twitch, for support. I mean, whoever you are, you're such a good sport. Thank you so much. And don't be scared to share my videos, okay? Cause shoot, I want to be home mixing and turning and scratching too.